Check the chat quickly. Nobody on the chat yet. Well, hello and welcome to Sunday Surgery here with me, Doctor Lefthandthread, where we catch up all the events in the doctor's surgery on a Sunday night. Don't forget to like the stream if you're just popping in there. By the way, by the by, nobody saying none yet. Nobody saying hello. So I shall continue. Bit of a change of pace for this evening. There'll be no chainsaw tactics or no drowning drills. Oh, there's Megan McGee first. No drowning drills this week. No sawing up stuff. What we're doing this week is taking this apart completely. Going to bag up the individual parts. It's just a complete. There's Martin Kelly, good man. I wasn't on Lidl today, Megan McGee, to answer your question. I just didn't get there through a series of unfortunate events. There's Darren. Good to see you, Darren. Darren knows all about these. Darren's an expert in these. Good to see you, Darren. Megan McGee, through a series of unfortunate events, I did not get to legal today. I was raging, but I've got over it since. I've emotionally recovered enough to do the stream. If you want to give the stream a wee like, go right ahead. Before we get into taking this to butts, I need to talk about. That's Darren's bread and butter, taking that apart. We need to talk about is Doctor Lefthandthread a lady pleaser? And the answer is maybe a wee bit more. We've gained 0.1 of a lady during the week somehow. I think it might have been this one lady that contacted me, this American lady who took apart her saw. Is there a mouse in the workshop? Wouldn't have much to eat out here unless it likes lithium cells. Be a battery mouse. But anyway, I digress. There was a lady contacted me. She was watching my video how to take apart a DCS 391 circular saw, and she was asking me questions about it. And fair play there, I had a wee back and forth with her in the comments section, and she got it done. Crawling behind the bench. Well, if he wants to be famous too, Megan McGee, there's room enough for him out here. I don't know what it would be for a mouse out here. There's no food out here. But we'll deal with that. If there's any sort of rodent issue, we'll deal with that in due course. But tonight we're not going to deal with that. We'll watch it back to see if we can see, later on, to see if we can see the mouse crawling behind the bench. God knows what will be crawling about here. But anyway, so I'm a wee bit more of a lady pleaser this week. But I have to talk about TikTok as well. TikTok has blown up a wee bit, and I've got over 500 followers on TikTok. You have followers, not subscribers, if you're not familiar with the platform. Multiple favorited videos and reshares and reposts and all sorts of things, and likes and comments and all that nonsense. It's kept me far too busy during the week. It's nearly driven me mad, to be honest. I was already mad enough. But I've posted a lot. I posted a whole heap of videos, and I've got a good response. But crucially, I'm not a lady pleaser on that platform. 3% ladies. But I think it's going to just be Dr. Lefthandthread's factory is going to be a sausage factory. That's just the way it's going to be. Moving on, we have to talk about the baptism of water these got last week. And what you may not know, mention TikTok again. I made a TikTok video drowning this. I actually posted on YouTube in a short as well. Drowning this. And it got a massive response on TikTok. As a result, a boy asked me, can you do it with a Makita? And I thought, I have just the Makita for the job. So I did it with a Makita as well. So I've really got three machines that have had baptism in the last 7 days. So I'm going to put a battery in them to see what they're doing. Here. She did not like that. Let's try the Draper Storm Force next. She doesn't like it either. It's screech of it. Yeah. It's not good for them. It's fair to say. Let's see how that Makita. There. What is that? Makita's faring the best out of all the drowned items. And I must tell you, to get her drowned. So I was leaving work one night there, and I was intending to do that, make that video. So somebody asked me, "What are you doing tonight?" They were going to the cinema or something. I says, "Oh, I'm just going home to drown a Makita for one of my followers." That's the words that came out of my mouth. I thought, that doesn't sound wise. And he says, "Are you in a cult or something? Drowning the Makita, sacrificing the Makita to the god of power tools." But I got it done anyway, and I got a good response. So that's TikTok and all sorts of crazy madness. So I think what we'll do is crack on. The Makita, hey, slag off Makita all you want. The Makita's fared best and all that. Although, of the three, the one that got the most drowning was the Dewalt. She was drowned a year ago, and she was drowned twice in a week this year. So she hasn't had fair play at all. So what I'm going to do is get ready, tear this machine down. I'm going to bag all the stuff up and see what's going on here. I don't really need a whole lot to take this apart. But anyhow, I'm going to show you what's wrong, or what's allegedly wrong with this. There's Joshua Wilson. Good to see you, Joshua, on the stream. I'm glad you made it. This one here is going very slow. I'm not going to fix it tonight because I don't have the parts. But anyhow, the boy complained it's going to go going slow, so I'm going to tear it down to see if the brushes are at fault or whatever's going on. Bit of a different one for you tonight. There's just not going to be the same mayhem. There's no drowning drills. There's no chainsaw madness. So just back to my roots, tearing this stuff down, you know. So hopefully I get a good camera shot here. Don't be afraid to give a like. There's Rockster Rider. Good to see you back in the stream, Rockster Rider. How's things out there in Nova Scotia? All good? Glad to see you there, Joshua. Appreciate you guys from across the pond. And our USA and Canada. USA is still my biggest YouTube audience. It's still the biggest YouTube audience that I have. You guys know your tools inside out, and I just like your attitude. There's a very friendly tool community in North America and Canada. Everybody likes to support each other. Everybody's cool. It's been a real eye opener for me. But anyway, if you can see what I'm doing here, I don't know if that's good enough, but I'll have to do. I'm going to just tear this apart for you, and I'm going to try and keep up with the chat if I can. I'm going to bag this up. I could have done something different. Actually, I had something maybe in mind too. We'll see if there's the chat. Is anybody there? Good man, Rockster Rider. And no, I want to talk to you about Mega McGee. I haven't got a workshop full of vehicles yet. I've got some of the parts for the vehicles. It's going to look like Grand Theft Auto about here in a couple of weeks' time. I have a John Deere Gator wee machine coming to convert to Dewalt batteries, but I haven't contacted them yet. I didn't want to contact them this weekend because we're a bit short of time. Only been off on the Sunday, didn't leave me much time. I'd have been out here working at stuff all day today, Mrs. Left-Hand-Thread, but it killed me. I have to go on all the time to see if she's still there. I think I'll just cut that. Somebody's been in there before. That is cut. That label is cut. Somebody's been there. No point in me trying to save the label. Anyway. Now, Mr. Left-Hand-Thread would not have approved of me working at a John Deere Gator all day today. I'd have been serious trouble. But anyhow, maybe next weekend I'll get something done. But TikTok's been very good to me in one way, in one respect, because TikTok has introduced me to a local audience already. I mentioned that I've great support from the guys in North America. But the local audience that I'm getting off TikTok is unbelievable. I'm well known locally because of my job, I know. But there's a few guys come on to work on Saturday and says, "Oh, I'm watching your TikTok videos," but they were all very complimentary. It surprised me because you expect to get, I know people kind of expect to get trolled in YouTube online, but where I'm from, you can get trolled very easily to your face. That's the kind of area we live on. You don't need to be easily offended where I live. I've been called all sorts of things. That's why I'm probably so hard to offend. I'm just going to check the chat. How is it getting on? We'll see. Mrs. Lefthandthread couldn't keep up with my platforms. Just bought one of these SDS fast. Aye. This is the old brushed one, Josh. Yeah. You get a 273. I prefer the 273. They're not unbreakable, but I do like them. The 273 has a much more robust motor. The brushed motor is, it's dead on, but it wears out. The brushless motor, they're really strong, really powerful. Don't seem to give much trouble. The hammer end usually gives more bother than the brushed motor in that model, because the brushed motor really drives that hammer, and it's not really any heavier duty than the brushless. Inside, some of the parts are actually interchangeable between the newer model and this. I'm just going to bag all this up. I'm in no great hurry, but if you've any questions or anything you want to know or anything, and like I say, don't be afraid to like that stream. It all helps. And the stream last week done very well. YouTube demonetized me for 48 hours, and I actually appealed it because I knew I hadn't said anything really wrong. Sometimes I go to the edge of saying some stuff wrong, but there's nothing untoward about it. Like, one of the first successful videos I did, it was actually a three-parter. It was 3 videos on this particular model, and I get a lot of views over the years. It's a bit outdated. I might have to update it, but the one guy, and I'll show you what I mean after a while. There's a part now once I take out all these screws that I got to be really vigorous with it to get it apart. It's just the way it is. It's just the way the thing is. You have to just really pull it apart, and you have to really. It looks like you're breaking it to the untrained eye. But some guy actually challenged me about it. He says, "I wouldn't like to see." I can't remember what way he worded it exactly, but I remember the comment. He said, "I wouldn't like to see you working with any of my tools. My expensive tools, but so aggressive with them." And I says, "Whatever you do, don't ever watch anyone doing open heart surgery in a video, because that'll really make you wonder." When he seen me doing this, he thought I was rough. Anyway, that's what irked him. Because you have to lean on it and just pull it. We're missing the silver thing. Somebody's been here. Not that matters that much. Anyway. There's a better way of that, but I'll have to glue that on. But incidentally, don't ever Google videos in open heart surgery, because it is gruesome. They open you up like Willy Wonka's factory. You know, it's not nice. I do not recommend it. And if you're unlucky enough that they find any Oompa Loompas in there, you're really in trouble. I'm falling behind here. No, the 273 is an animal. She's a real animal. She does break the hammer function sometimes, but I did a recent video a couple of weeks ago, a 33-minute video showing you how to fix it, showing you how to tear it down, take it apart. I'm quite proud of it because it won't do well. It's a video I just did to help. It'll never do well, that video. It'll just help somebody that's stuck. And that's reason enough for doing it for me. Ever Google? Did you ever Google Megan McGee? Did you ever Google 2 guys, 1 bucket? Or even worse, 3 guys, 2 buckets? The one I bought, she's a 133. That 133 is dead on. That 133 does far more than you would believe she would do. If you look at the stats, or how hard she hits and all the rest, the stats are good on her. The stats are very good. What do we see? This is much more meticulous than the video that the boy complained about, that it was rough. I mean, very, very particular here. Right. Anyhow, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can get it right up there. Do you see how far those brushes are down? They're well down. But I'm going to get a set of brushes very, very soon for this. Not tonight, actually, but if I had them tonight, I probably could have fixed this. But it'll give me a head start then during the week anyway. I'll give you guys something to watch. No, don't Google that, Megan McGee. But keep watching my TikTok, it's helping. It's helping. I had to mute the TikTok, there's too many alerts coming through. I would have been dinging off my phone and causing a bit of havoc tonight. So I had to mute the TikTok. It was going to cause trouble. And again, you have to be aggressive with it. No. Don't Google any of that stuff. No medical procedures or any other kind of... There's the other silver thing. Silver thing wasn't missing. But put in the silver thing bag. Don't Google any of that stuff. There's I don't know what you learn from my videos, or if you get entertainment or education out of my videos, but I don't think you're going to get entertainment or education out of any of those videos mentioned. I just don't think they're those kind of videos. I want to be able to, I'm not going to be able to, I want to be able to show you the bag of stuff that I have at the finish. This is not taking that long. And I'm taking my sweet old time too. I've become slightly more efficient at this since I've done a few of them. Put that into the bag. I think I'll fix this on Tuesday night. We'll finish the job. We'll get her apart anyway. This stream mightn't be as long as I thought. So it's going to be real epic, but anyway. Can you see that okay? The stream all running alright and everything okay? Get that. When I get the first million, you know, you could be, you know, we was a position that has not been filled yet, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. I'm ready to create that position, Megan McGee. Doctor Lefthandthread's right hand man has not. There's no candidates because I couldn't afford to pay anyone at the minute. I certainly couldn't afford to pay the right man. But anyway, You could be in the frame for that, you never know. I mean, you could be doing these little 12-volt vehicles, trying to beat the Christmas rush. Oh yes, I've got to tell you something as well. The people from the Asian continent, the proud people that have that, I think they've got a wall, they call it the Great Wall. They have been in contact during the week. And they're sending me a thing to review. They're sending me, surprise, surprise, a miniature chainsaw. A miniature battery 20-volt chainsaw. And I think from what I can see from the information they've sent me on it, that it runs a Makita battery. Although they are sending their own batteries. Think of them, and I'm going to just tell you the truth, because those proud people, I don't have the loyalty enough to lie in their behalf. I don't think anybody should lie on anybody's behalf, because lying's bad, especially to tell people to buy tools. You go and buy it and it's a lot of, you know what, who are they going to blame? Oh, there's Pat. Good to see you, Pat. Good to see you, Pat. Pat, you're only checking in. You've sort of missed the most of it. You're nearly seeing the aftermath of this. It's a bit more relaxed than some of the other previous live shows we've had over the last few weeks. So we're going to get the casing off this. I must show Pat the tools that are drowned. They're not sounding too healthy at the moment. The hammer's in pretty good fettle there. The hammer's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. The hammer's pretty good in this one. Yeah. It's in pretty good condition. I'm liking it. There's nothing I can do to improve that. I'm going to live well enough alone there. We're going to pull the brushes out here for you to see. But I'm going to just catch up live here again. Chat. You ready? No, I haven't had one of them, Dave. No, I shouldn't have been doing that with. I haven't seen that. This one actually hasn't been abused. This one actually, the hammer looks like new in it. I've sent ones out. I've sent ones out in worse condition than that. The wire's not actually burnt. Hold on. We'll pull the wire unit out for you, Darren. No, I think it's alright. We'll see. Do you see any burning? There's no burning in the terminals. There's no... Them actual spade terminals, which are, as you know, they're offending item a lot. They're pretty good, like. So I don't know. See if we can get the focus there. They're pretty good. No, this thing has not been abused. This thing's alright. What did I show you this gear casing? Hopefully you'll be funny see it properly, Darren. The grease is actually still green in it. It's not even turned black. Look at that here. The grease, she's not even actually that dirty. And the selector's not even bent. The selector's was bent a lot in them sometimes. The selector's in good condition. The shafts are all good. I don't think I'm going to interfere with the hammer, not at all. She said very little work. That's the guy says she's had very little work. He says she hasn't done much, but I thought, how's the brushes wore out then? How does the brushes wore out? But you know, whatever. We'll get this out then, we'll do see. There we are. Yeah, all's good. Yeah. Anyhow. The small chainsaw. I would recommend the Parkside chainsaw. She hasn't got a big long blade. Oh, thanks, Joshua. No, I've had a few of these. I've had a few of these. I've had a few of these apart, Joshua. This is I sort of cut me. This is part of my YouTube amateur repair apprenticeship, taking these apart. I'm pretty well versed in these ones. Not bad in these ones. Other brushes is the problem, anyway. Where is he? I'll catch up with the chat. I'm falling behind here. You could stick to the 3-ton part, but the chainsaw's all right for a wee bit of pruning or something, and she's very, very handy. Correctly identified the brushes, and you see that? Aye. Yeah. If the brush, this has just had normal life. This one, this just has had a normal innings. It's just like the brushes have worn, and they need replacing. This thing's all right. This thing, I could stand over this thing. 40 volts coming to Lidl down here. Oh, Pat, stop it, Pat. You're playing with my dreams. I'm going to spend the mortgage money in Lidl. That's what's going to happen. Let's see what Megan McGee says something about. Well, I'll try to keep the hands clean. A wee bit anyway. This is one of the cleaner ones. And you set of shoes, you can go dancing again. That's all's wrong with them. There's a bit broke off the brush. They just come to the end of their natural life. So that's handy enough. Let's see. The old armature off. That air dart. So yeah. That fill coil is very, very good. It's not even that dirty either. That fill coil is in phenomenal condition. This is what you would want. I'm going to show you the armature as well. There's not, I've seen them were sort of concave. That's the word. That one's just, it's not even dirty hardly. Let me see. I wish I had the brushes for this, because I don't think I have a spare set. It's not even that dirty. Yeah. I wish I had the brushes for this. I could soon stick this together in the night, but I could probably stick it together quickly for you and do it in the 40 minutes. Yeah. That's good. That's in real good condition. I do like that. This one's had an easy life, which is something. It's something as Darren, who's on the chat there, could tell you. It's not something you often see with these things. The things me and him see, they're abused so much. They're so abused, it's shocking. But going back to my local audience for TikTok, that's been a real eye-opener. Megan McGee told me that I should be on TikTok. He's the guy responsible for my foray into TikTok, and why I had no spare time this week. But as a result of my local audience of TikTok, I'm getting far more work. I was kind of like an undercover repair guy. word of mouth. Somebody would say, do you know anybody would fix this? Hey, do you know that guy works up there? You give it to him, he'll fix it for you. Would he? Aye, go ahead. It was just like a little secret repair guy that only some people knew about. But now it's, what would you say? The cat's out of the bag now. The cat's out of the bag, so just everybody knows that I'm fixing stuff. And my battery videos have got placement brushes for that. If you can convert it to US, you probably expect to pay under £20 for them. You can buy aftermarket ones online, but the last ones I bought were about 12, and it was a poor way of saving money because the build quality of them was abysmal. See the springs in that? There's big heavy springs pushing the brush down. There was a wee flimsy spring that was, I actually had to get a hacksaw and track the top of the brush to make sure the spring didn't slide off the top of it. So I thought, me and aftermarket Dewalt brushes are finished. I'm buying the genuine ones from now on. The aftermarket ones used to be as good as this, but they're terrible now. And you can never, with the aftermarket ones, you can never guarantee the quality that will be in the brush itself. You can see the quality of the spring, but you can't tell the quality of the brush or how it's going to wear. When you pull it out of that Dewalt bag, you know at least there's a good chance of being the right thing. I know you can get knockoffs, but the source I get it from is the genuine supplier, and I know I'm going to get a good set of brushes. And the funny thing about these brushes, cheaper than new ones. The thing about these here, you have, as you see, I had to take every screw out of that. I had to take every screw out of that there to get at the brushes. If you can see what I have here now. There's the three parts of the casing. There's the electronic part. There's the housing for the motor and the hammer. And there's all the little other various pieces that make up your SDS. So that's her now. That's what she looks like. That's what a dismantled SDS Dewalt DCH253 looks like. But those brushes were definitely the problem. And I'd be pretty confident once I get a set of brushes and put them on her, she'll be going like brand new. Thanks BW's Electronic. Thank you BW's Electronic. Good to see you again in the live stream. And when Pat's there, Pat and BW's Electronics were late, so I'm going to have to do something for them with some of the rest you may have seen. If you remember the live stream last week that I gave these not a baptism of fire, a baptism of water. Let's try them out. Nothing's going better now. Oh, here. She doesn't like that a lot. And the draper. She didn't like that either. So, newsflash, putting cordless tools into buckets of water for fun is bad for the cordless tools. That may not be a surprise to some of you. They're fighting through the rust. But to be fair to this one got the baptism treatment last year for fun, and it got it twice this week. I'm going to see. The old Makita's holding up the best. She was only done once right now. I think I think the Dewalt got more character though. The Dewalt got it more times. But the old Makita's holding up. Because I have no love for that particular one. How I come to have this one is I bought it on eBay for the gearbox to replace it onto another one. And the gearbox didn't fit. But the motor was gone, so I couldn't stand to have it lying around. So I put a new motor and a set of brushes in it. But I don't really like that one. I have another one that I use all the time. It looks very similar, but there's a subtle difference. This one's got the metal chuck, and she just feels like a more robust drill. That one was gifted to me by a guy from Sligo who came up to see me. He liked my YouTube and he came up to see me, gave me some things to fix, and he gave me some old Makita that he wasn't using. That one wasn't going. All I had to do is knock the spiders and the cobwebs out of the back end and put a set of brushes on it, and I've been using it ever since. I do like that one, I have to admit, but I'm not fond of this one. The outdoors range. I don't know about the outdoors range. They just painted a different colour, did they not, there? Did they just did they do a Mrs. Pac-Man? It's the same as Pac-Man, only they put a wee bow on Pac-Man. Put a bow on Pac-Man's hair. What do I see? Fiberglass rebar. Cool. Hey, the Dripper's not dead. She's just sick. She's here in the doctor's surgery. Don't worry about the Draper, Pat. She's in the right place. We're going to try and keep her alive if we can. We're going to try and keep her alive for you, Pat. Pat, I have a thing about things that are gifted to me like that. Like a Stormforce, like that drill that Kieran Loftus gave me. Pat gave me this, and for you don't know, Pat sent this up to me from County Clare. Only you told me to put this in the water. I would never have done that. But it was your decision to make it, as far as I'm concerned. Like I say, the Chinese are sending me some stuff during the week, hopefully. And before I go, I must tell you about this. Good friend Darren, who's on the live chat there, and I told me about this product. Now, I haven't been brave enough to use it yet. See, all my fingers aren't stuck together. This is supposed to be the best thing. It's the best adhesive you can get. Forget your JB Welds, your epoxy resins, forget all that stuff. This is the stuff. Darren, who's in the live stream there, he's in the chat, he told me about this. It comes with two bottles of Bond. It's not even that expensive. Two bottles of Bond and black powder and grey powder. The black powder is to basically make a hard plastic, and the grey powder is to make a hard steel. If you can see the picture, it shows like a gear casing. You could actually fix a gear casing with the adhesive and the grey powder, or you can fix any plastic product with the adhesive and the black powder. It's rock hard in 10 seconds and it cures fully in 24 hours. I'm probably going to do a bit more content on that. I was going to kind of do it tonight, only I was busy today, you know, with Mrs. Lefthandthread. I had to see how she was getting on. I had to look after her and do my husbandly duties, and, you know, find an emotion to share with her somewhere deep down. So I didn't get time to mess about with my Q-bond. And plus, I didn't want to be stuck to Mrs. Lefthandthread that I couldn't let her go again. So I didn't mess about with this. But I will try and get something done. the Q bond, the Q continuum. Anyway, this is going to feature later on. I've so much stuff coming up, it's making my head spin. And I'm doing the TikTok thing as well. It's a lot. So I'm not going to run out of content, you guys, if you guys still enjoy watching it. The Q-Bond, I might try and do a live stream with the Q-Bond featuring in it. I don't know what else is going to feature. I might try and do the Q-Bond in the live stream next week. As you see, we've successfully done what we came here to do. We've torn that down. The guy that owns this gave me this other thing too. What do we see? Where's my batteries? Up on the stealth mounts. Anyway. He gave me this one here. This is a brushed Milwaukee multi-tool. She doesn't sound good. The thing about her is, he says she's heating up, so it can really only point to one thing. Unlike other Milwaukees, the more sophisticated Milwaukees, there's not much to her. It's really only the motor. The motor for that's expensive through some channels, but I found one online that is going to be worth doing. I can probably buy the motor and fit it for half the price of a new one, and he's happy enough with that. He's happy enough with that, the guy. If I can fix this for him, fix that for him during the week, he should be happy. He's really waiting on this one. I could have torn that down, but there's more screwing at that one, so it's more of a show. No. Anyway, I think we're not too bad there. We've done the 42 minutes, and thank you all for coming on the stream, and thanks Joshua Wilson for being a newcomer. But I've seen Joshua Wilson on other people's stream. I know Joshua Wilson. I've seen him on Tools with Souls and Tools and Tactics stream. Thank you very much, Joshua. Thanks for taking the time. Thank you all for taking the time. The time is the most important thing that you have. The bench is looking a bit of a mess now, isn't it? Look. Anyway, there's Kevin McCartney. You must all the crack, Kevin. But you can almost watch it back. Good to see you in the stream too, Kevin. Thank you all guys for tuning in. Like I say, time's the most important thing a man has. It's the most valuable thing you can share with someone. And thanks for sharing your 42 minutes, 43 minutes with me. Time's the most important thing because you don't know how much you got left. You can look at your banking app and see how much money you've got left, but you can't see how much time. So thank you very much. And tune in next week and watch this guy stick all his fingers together. Or probably I'll dream up something else, some other kind of mayhem, or maybe another repair. I'll probably have this SDS fixed during the week. Thank you all, and good night.